Hi, I'm Monica. I'm an education outreach specialist at Laura's house.
Hi, I'm Joanna. I'm a legal advocate at Laura's house.
In the effort to educate survivors of domestic violence about gun violence, today Joanna will help answer important questions about the difference between domestic violence restraining orders and gun violence restraining orders. Joanna, can a survivor of violence be protected under a domestic violence restraining order and gun violence restraining order when the other person is restrained under a court from having guns and ammunition?
With a domestic violence restraining order, which I will refer to as a DVRO moving forward, yes, a restrained party will be prohibited from having guns and ammunition, and the DVRO will name a protected person or persons. However, with a gun violence restraining order, which I will refer to as a GVRO, no, because this type of order prohibits the person named in the order from having guns or ammunition, but does not name anyone as a protected person.
In a DVRO and GVRO, can the restrained person be ordered to stay away from a certain place or people?
With a DVRO, yes, if ordered. The court may order the restrained party from going to the protected person's home or workplace and can include many other orders. However, a GVRO can only prohibit the restrained person from having guns or ammunition.
Is the court required to give the restrained person info on how to sell or store their guns?
With DVROs, yes, the court must provide local information about how restrained parties can sell or store their firearms through law enforcement or a firearms dealer. However, under a GVRO, it is encouraged to call your local law enforcement to ask about their procedures.
When does a restrained person have to turn in their guns?
Under DVRO, if law enforcement asks restrained parties, they must do so immediately. Otherwise, it is within 24 hours of being served or being told so by a judge. However, under GVRO, restrained parties can ask their attorney, the court, or local law enforcement about procedures.
If the restrained person doesn't comply or gets firearms in violation of the order, what happens when the court finds out?
In DVRO cases, the court is required to report non-compliance in DVROs to the prosecuting agency and local law enforcement. Law enforcement must take immediate action. However, in GVRO cases, the court is not required to report violations to law enforcement or prosecutors.
Who can usually seek a DVRO?
Intimate partners, family and household members that are concerned about abuse, harassment, and violence.
Who can usually seek a GVRO?
Law enforcement and others who are concerned with suicide prevention and general threats where abuse and harassment aren't an issue.
How long do DVROs and GVROs last?
DVROs can be up for 5 years and can be renewed. GVROs can be for 1 to 5 years.
And where can people find resources and information about DVROs and GVROs?
For more information, they can call our hotline at 866-498-1511, or they can visit endinggv.org for more information on GVROs. This website has a great toolkit which provides education and resources for survivors of gun violence.